Hey guys, so just thinking. Of course, I do a lot of thinking when I'm on the road. So, have you ever thought about why and what causes some of these diseases, right? Diseases that we mostly get? High blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, all these things that we have. Of course, some things are genetics, which we can help. Some things are diet, environments. But I think what I wanted to focus most on in this video is worry-ation. Worry-ation is, of course, anything that is not going well in our lives. Then we start to think, how can this be? When can this be? Where would this be? Worry-ation. There's worrying about things. I was listening to something going to church this morning, and the preacher was talking about some of us has worried so much that it has affected how we look. It has even aged us. We've worried so much that we stay and live in a panic mood. So any little thing we jump just because of worrying. Worrying can't. I just had a flashback. Sometimes we can be in a state of worrying so much that we start to even lose our hair. That's what worrying does. Worrying not just ages our faces, because we are always in constant sadness, always in constant worrying. Worrying makes you have heart palpitations. Your heart is always beating. Your blood pressure is always up. Worrying. And what does the Bible tells us about worrying? The Bible tells us even the birds of the air and even the ants that walks around, they don't sow, they don't reap, but they eat. And I think with this quotation that I always quote, that how much can we add into the inch of our hair that we worry so much? The Bible says the birds of the air don't have where to live. They don't think about clothing or think about food, but yet still they eat. And actually, when I was thinking to the preacher, I said, you know, it's true. They don't sow, they don't reap, they still eat, but there are so many people that live today that go to bed hungry. And sometimes when it comes to the Christian faith, to me, I believe faith without works is dead, right? But also I've seen so many people that believes in God, that puts in the work, and yet still are struggling. They are struggling so hard. I think this week has gotten me, so not just this week, but for the past couple of weeks and months, I wasn't complaining. I guess I was questioning. I wasn't complaining. I was questioning. Because whenever I question and it starts to turn into complaining, I remind myself, you know what? I am so much better off someone, right? It's not because I feel like I'm better off somebody, but I feel like I need to be more appreciative of where I am right now, what I have right now, because somebody would like to be in this position, or whatever I have that I feel like I don't have enough, somebody will wish to have the load that I have. And so when it starts, my questioning starts getting into complaining, that I get reminded. I said, Lord, I'm just questioning, I'm not complaining. I am very grateful for where you have put me right now. I am grateful for what I have right now. I'm just questioning. Is this something else that I need to do to get to the next level? Is this something that I'm lacking? Just show me. Just show me. I'm just asking. Just show me. And so going back to worrying, we can worry so much that it impacts our life, our physical life, spiritual life, emotional life. And so with the worry, we tend to forget, oh, you know what? Actually, I am in a better state than someone. I am not the same person I used to be yesterday, or maybe 3 years ago, or 2 years ago. Talk about a week ago. And so when we start getting into the state of worry-ation, I think sometimes we need to stop and remind ourselves. Somebody would like to be in the state that we're in right now. Somebody will wish to have whatever we have. Because sometimes we want so much that we forget about the little that we have. That let's live for today, right? We're planning for tomorrow, but let's live for today. Let's focus on what we have today and be grateful for it. Then think about, Lord, where are you taking me? Whatever I'm thinking, the big picture I have for tomorrow, is that where you want me to be? Is that what you have planned for me? And so as we go into this week, let us be mindful of the way we think, because it's easy for us to start drifting to worrying, start drifting to things that we don't have, start focusing on things we don't have instead of being grateful for what we have right now and where God is taking us into the future. So this week, think about it. When things start coming into mind, you don't want it to linger for so long that it puts you into depression mood or puts you to ungrateful mood, where you start to think, oh me, oh my, and why me, and why this. Be grateful for the little things you have. I know it's easier said than done, but worry-ation actually doesn't get us anywhere, especially if you're not doing anything about what is worrying you. If it's finances, then of course find ways to improve your finances. If it's relationship, then find ways to improve the relationship. But sitting and just worrying is just affecting you. And being affected either physically, emotionally, health-wise, is basically not taking us anywhere. So I hope this helps somebody. I hope this reminds somebody. You are better off than someone else. There is always somebody worse than you. If that helps you feel better, there is always somebody worse than you. Let us be grateful for the little we have. And I know this is going for myself, because I always want more. And that's just part of human. But we tend to forget the little that I have today, let me just focus on it and work with it. Maybe that's going to increase for tomorrow. I hope this helps someone. Have a great week.